What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone is having a great afternoon. It's 6 p.m., but it feels like 9 p.m. A lot of great things going on, Brandon. Not only did we get a five-star offensive tackle, Samson Okunlola, the top three class, but you're going to be having some big news tomorrow. So congratulations on that. I know you're a private man, so I just wanted to just congratulate you. That's
It's
all.
all right, man. It's all right. You can tell everybody I got my jit coming. You know what I'm saying? The second hurricane, you know what I mean? He gonna be a hurricane too. I already got BJ, who's gonna be the next great at Miami. And then I'm gonna have another one. I don't know his name yet, so don't ask me his name yet. I don't know yet. But I can tell you this: class of 2039 and class of 2041, hey, we're gonna be in the building.
Stacking up, man. Stacking up the recruiting classes. We already got commits. Day one of the pick.
Absolutely.
First day in
Absolutely.
the world. I love it, man. Gotta love it. That's awesome, Brandon. So congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate
Tomorrow's
it.
a big day for you. But man, it's been a crazy off season. We've had 16 players leave the transfer portal. 17. It keeps going. The number keeps going. Um, Samson Okunlola, we finished. We didn't finish yet, but we have three five-star recruits in this recruiting class. Two of them play off offensive line. Brandon, that to me is huge because we need to fix the offensive line at the University of Miami. I think that's the backbone of your offense. We're top three right now. Just really great things going on in recruiting. What are your thoughts so far with the top three class? Kind of similar to Shannon during his time, but different head coaches.
Uh, 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 Honestly, man, I don't give a damn what number class we got. If we ain't got the right people to lead these men, then it's pointless to get them. You know.
I agree. I agree. I don't care really where the class ranking is. I am happy though that we are getting very elite talent at the offensive line unit.
Oh, not now that I am proud of. I know Tyler Van Dyke happy too. You know what I mean? Like TVD happy too. But my question is like, do we still run this vanilla offense? You know what I mean? Like granted, we could have, you know, 8 offensive linemen that come in that's all 4 and 5 stars and they be great. But running this vanilla offense, like for this offense to be good, you literally would need 6 first rounders on it. Like I'm being serious. You'll need 3 first round offensive linemen, 2 receivers, and a running back, and a quarterback that could get them the ball. The quarterback ain't necessarily got to be first rounder. He just got to be able to run and be able to get them the ball.
I think that's the plan this offseason. We have Javion Cohen, offensive lineman who never gave up a sack in the 25 games he started at Alabama. He's going to be visiting the University of Miami. Hopefully, we can land him. We're looking at two wide receivers in the transfer portal from Oregon as well. Running back room should be fine. And you have Tyler Van Dyke. So I think that's what they're aiming for. Exactly. And I think Gaddis is returning, in my opinion. He's recruiting. He had a dinner with Nathaniel Joseph. So seems like everyone's going to be returning, but they're just going
Right,
to
but
their
but does them guys come in fix our red zone offense?
Well, that's a good question. I think a 6'5" wide receiver, which is I believe his name is Deontay Johnson from Oregon. I think that's going to help out a lot.
Like then we had like we had Skinner. Ain't Skinner 6'5"?
Skinner.
Right. So why we didn't put him out there and do the same thing?
That's a great question.
Like so like you get where I'm going with this, right?
Agree.
Like players gonna always change.
Right.
Always, no matter where you at. High school, college, pros, players always change. But the offense and the philosophy of the offense doesn't. The philosophy of the defense doesn't change unless the head coach, unless the coordinator change. You see what I'm saying? So regardless of who you get, because this is what I'm scared of. We get all these good players come in, and they play, and then the same thing happens, and they transfer.
which is what we're seeing now in college football. Avante Williams, he's gone, for example.
Right. You see what I'm saying? But he left because he didn't play.
Right.
Which if to be honest with you, if I was him, I would have left too, because like he the same class as Kitchens and Williams.
Correct. Yep.
So if both of them gonna be the starters for the next 2 years, then why would I be here? To be a third down guy? I want to be first rounder too.
And he's already got an offer from Colorado. He knows the head coach there.
At my point.
Yeah. So I do agree, and Kyloren for the $2 donation. Thank you so much. States none of this matters until we fire Josh Gaddis. So I'm going to ask you this, because I know we've been talking about red zone offense, utilizing more players on the field, which we didn't see. We mentioned Jaleel Skinner. If we have a great offensive line, Brandon, do you think that can help Josh Gaddis' offense?
Oh, absolutely.
A great offensive line.
Absolutely. If you got a great offensive line, that helps everything, regardless of who the coordinator is. That helps everything. But the problem is, like, even with a great offensive line, great coaching will out scheme that. Like a great offensive line can only block 5. If you bring in 6, then a great offensive line ain't gonna do nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? Like I get it, and listen. I don't think Gaddis is a bad coach. I think he's young in the coordinator position. I think he need to get around somebody that's a little more seasoned vet that runs a little different offense, so he could tweak his a little bit there, and then go. Like, that's what I think.
I think Gaddis is going to return, so I'm preparing for next year.
Oh, absolutely, he's going to return.
I'm preparing for it.
Absolutely.
What I see is that, we really didn't have any weapons in the wide receiver corps. We really didn't. If we did have weapons, it was very slim. Restrepo gets injured. Jacoby George gets injured. We're pretty depleted. So
you think that was the problem?
Well, there was a lot of things that were the problem as well. Fumbling the football every single game in crucial moments.
Because the last 3 games, we had all them players you was talking about, and our offense looked worse.
Correct. But at the beginning of the year, TVD had a nice connection going with Restrepo, right? It seemed like that was going to be the number 1 wide receiver.
Correct.
Then he gets injured. Then Jacoby George showed some flashes against Texas A&M. He gets injured. So anything that kind of you gain momentum with in the offense, you gain chemistry, takes a step back. They get injured. They got to come back from an injury. Then it's tough to get back into the season.
What about Young? Young came in and
Young. Yeah, exactly. That's another good weapon. But we put him 5 games into the season, because maybe he didn't know the playbook. So we're in this. I think Gaddis is going to stay, and we're in this. I don't know the words mess. We're in it with Gaddis for next year, in my opinion. He's not going anywhere. So I think what they're trying to do is just bring in a good offensive line to help Tyler Van Dyke, and new weapons at wide receiver.
All right. I'm with you. And I actually think Gaddis will be better next year. I do believe that. But I do think if I'm Cristobal, I'm not necessarily firing Gaddis, but I'm gonna tell him to, like, step down. You know what I mean? Step down from being and just be the receiver coach and the assistant offensive coordinator, and let somebody a seasoned vet, somebody who's, like I'm going to get like Baylor offensive coordinator, or TCU offensive coordinator, or somebody who actually, you know what I mean? Better yet, if that's not what we're looking for, then let's go get like Billy O'Brien. You know what I mean? Like anybody. Go get not Muschamp. What was the head coach for Florida name? Dan
Dan.
Mullins.
Yeah.
Like, go get him. Like, I actually prefer his offense anyway. You know what I mean? Let's get in the I formation. You know what I mean? Run downhill, play action that thing, throw that thing. We could spread out. We could still run the RPOs. We could do all that. Like, but I think that's why Alabama, Georgia, all them teams, I think they're good because they run an offense that people ain't used to seeing no more.
We are nearing 13 minutes in. The people want Clary Gen Z. Samson Okunlola commits to the University of Miami top 3 class going into next year off of 5-7 season. Great job, Mario, in recruiting.
Tired of the anxiety, crashes, and jitters while taking Adderall? Then you got to try Clary Gen Z. It is the new, safest, all-natural formula to increase, maintain, and restore energy levels on demand within just 30 minutes. You're going to be able to protect against memory decline, reduce overwhelming anxiety, boost energy levels without crashing, and elevate mood and drive. It is 100% vegan, organic. It has been seen on NBC News, Fox Business, USA Today, Clary Gen Z. It's the right alternative to focus at work, school, and in life. You got to try it. The link is in the description below. Got to try out Clary Gen Z.
All right, we are back. The Scoop and Merriweather Show. Brandon, where can the good people get some Clary Gen Z? I know they're dying to get it, even though someone did mention that the monthly subscription does need some work after the free sample.
What do you mean?
They said it cost a little bit. It was like $100 a month.
$100 a month?
Yeah, for Clary Gen Z.
Okay. I will have to talk to Dr. Mike. What we need to do is we need to get Dr. Mike on here for 15 minutes and let him explain, why it costs so much. Because if it costs that much, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you.
Hey, we'll get Dr. Mike on. Why everyone should be taking Clary Gen Z. I think it's really helped me a lot.
Actually, I absolutely love it. Like, it helps with everything though. Like, I take it before I come on here. I make sure that, my thoughts are moving and I get to actually say what's on my mind and on my heart and not hold back. And Clary Gen Z does that for me. But yeah, it's just a clean version of Adderall. Like, it's a clean version. Like, you don't have the wet mouth, the dry mouth, and the over talking and all that. You don't do all that on Gen Z. You know what I mean? Like, in on Adderall, you could spill the beans on Adderall. You get somebody on Adderall, that's like a truth serum.
Right. You get it. Yeah, I agree. Link is in the little headline below. If you guys see it,
Yeah.
definitely gotta check it out. So we're entering the off season, Brandon. I think Texas A&M's had over 30 players in the portal. Miami's definitely in the top 3 with 17. How do you like it? I mean, do you like where college football is going present day with the transfer portal? Because it seems like it's a free agency.
Yeah, I do like it. I do, and the reason I like it is because now kids don't have uh don't have the excuse of saying the coaches helped me back. You know what I mean? Like, you go to Miami, then you transfer to Florida, then you transfer to Florida State, then you transfer here, and all this stuff happening everywhere you go. Then it's you, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I like that. Like, if you feel like you ain't getting treated fairly at this school, then leave. You know what I mean? Leave. You ain't stuck here. You ain't stuck here. Your thumb ain't on nobody. If you don't want to be here, leave. And that's what I like. Like, I hated when I was in school. Like, we would have players like, man, you know, I hate it here, man, and I can't transfer. They won't let me transfer, blah, blah, blah. Like, and there was a couple dudes who, like, literally, you know, Coco was like, nah, you can't transfer. No, you going to play this shit coming up. You ain't transferring, no. Like, them players, I get it. You know what I mean? And when they didn't make it, they was like, man, the coaches held me back, man. I could have been better. I would have been better if they would have just, I would have went somewhere else and it would have been the scheme I could play in. I get it. But now they coaches can't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
Interesting. So were there any specific players you could tell us that maybe played, did well, or keep it in the locker room?
I'm gonna keep it in the locker room.
All right, that's fair.
If we was talking about the Patriots, the Redskins, I blurted out. But no, when we talking about them Canes, I keep everything in house about them Canes.
So we still haven't gotten anyone from the transfer portal. That I think that's going to change. What positions do you want the Miami Hurricanes and this coaching staff to focus on? You think that we need the most?
Receiver, secondary, receiver, cornerback. We need cornerback, receiver, linebacker, D-line.
Receiver, no O-line?
O-line gonna get addressed, period. Because, you just named 3 guys that's coming in, and we got at least 2 guys that could actually play on the line. Like, and we got, what's the name coming back too, right? The buddy who was hurt the whole year, who supposed to be in the first rounder. He was predicted to go first round. What's his name?
Zion Nelson?
Yeah, Zion. We got him supposed to be coming back too, right?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so. I doubt it.
Like, let's picture this. We get them 3 buddies. We get the tackle that just signed, Samson. We get the other buddy, Francesco, or whatever his name is.
Francis Mauigoa.
Francis. And then we get Zion back. And we get Buddy from Alabama back. And all of them play left tackle, right? I
mean, right now, I know definitely Samson is going to be playing tackle at the next level.
Absolutely. He might need to go to guard, though, the way he play. How big is he,
6'5", 300 pounds.
6'5"?
300 pounds.
Oh, yeah, he playing guard. I mean, he playing tackle. Okay. He could play guard, though. He just a little taller to be playing guard. So, yeah, he going to be playing tackle. So, you got whoever win. Think about the competition, though. Like, yo, you got to be great. You got to be great if you want to play out here. You got 4 or 5 guys that could actually play this position that's actually top tier. And think about all the guys who finna go against Zion. Like, all of them, like, hold on, this dude is predicted to be first round? Hold on, I know I'm better than him, so let me show, like, so now Zion game gotta excel. And then they saying, all right, let's say Zion winning. Now they saying, man, I gotta get on the field. Now they saying, hey, you can move to guard. You go to guard. I mean, you go to, hey, man, y'all keep going, bro. Listen, this is a great problem. I love it.
Do you think it's going to be an instant impact next year?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
With Gaddis returning?
Even with Gaddis. Because this is one thing you have to give players credit with. When players know a system longer than a year, they find a way to tweak it to work, make it work for them, their self. So even if Gaddis still calling these dumbass trap plays on the 5-6 yard line, like players gonna figure out a way to make it work. And with TVD in the offense for a second year, he will have more control over the offense to be able to check in and out of shit. He got to. Like if you still holding him back, then you'll be fired before the middle of the season.
Well, I think the fan base definitely wants wins. They don't want to replicate anything close to what happened this past season.
I agree.
The key thing, and I know you kind of touched up on it with, you didn't necessarily care we were top three in the nation, number three recruiting class. I think if you want to have success, and this is any football program, if you finish number three this year, next year finish number three. Always finish in the top five. And not all of your recruits are going to be good players. It's just the reality of the situation. If you look at Miami's recruiting classes the past 4 years and beyond, a lot of them don't pan out. So if you start actually getting quality players, they start developing, becoming, role player starters, going to the NFL, you create depth from other classes. So I think it's going to take, you'll see some flashes, but I think slowly we'll get better every year. We keep recruiting at this rate.
I agree. I agree with that. But I think we be a lot better. I think we'd be a lot better if we get a couple players to come in now. I think we'd be a lot better. Like we need at least 2 good receivers to go with Strepo and Young.
Receivers, yeah.
So we still got Strepo, we still got Young for 1 more year, right?
Correct. Yeah.
We need 2, 3 receivers because we got George too, but he'll drop some shit now. He'll drop some shit. Like that motherfucker, if he catch it, he might go lights, but he'll drop him in a heartbeat, boy. That boy can't catch a cold butt naked in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out of the pool. He can't catch a cold. You know what I'm saying? That boy can't catch.
We need him to come through.
Listen, we need this is me being serious. We need to call Coach CJ and tell him, hey man, come on back home, man. Come on back home, man. We need you. You know what I mean? And move him into that receiver room and let him do the things that he do best. Let him go out there and say, you know what? I want him. Like I want him. Like he picked Santana Moss. Santana Moss wasn't no 5-star, 4-star. He picked Andre Johnson. He wasn't no 5-star, 4-star. He picked Reggie Wayne. Now Reggie Wayne was a 4-star. You know what I mean? But he picked a lot of players that could play that wasn't no high-star draft picks, yo. Wasn't no high-star players, yo. So if you got somebody who could go get them out the mud like that, like you need them.
You think Curtis Johnson wants to come back and coach at the University of Miami?
I don't know. But I think if you put it out there and gave him the chance and you let a couple of the old players go holler at him like Santana, Andre Johnson, me, and any of us, like he I think he'll come back.
Have you? I mean, I know you obviously speak with a lot of players at the University of Miami you played with. Have you spoken to them and said, hey, why don't we get Coach Johnson back in the mix?
No, I didn't. I didn't, and honestly, I didn't because I kind of don't want to push my opinion anywhere.
Right.
Like I don't want to say, hey man, we need to bring Coach CJ in and Coach CJ get in and he be dog shit. You know what I mean? Like if I was on the staff, I would be like, hey man, what about us bringing in Coach CJ? You know what I mean? To work with the like even if he ain't the head receiver coach, you know what I mean? Let them be a like honestly, I think if CJ came back to college, it would have to be as a coordinator. I don't think he'll come back to be a receiver coach. Because he could be a receiver coach in the NFL. Like, why would you come back? You know what I mean?
Fair, fair. And he's not coaching the NFL right now, correct?
I think he's still with New Orleans. Actually, I
Correct.
think he's a receiver coach in New Orleans.
You never know. We do need a wide receivers coach, but you know, it is a different time in college football now, especially coaching. Recruiting is really a lot
Hey man,
of job.
so we let my dog leave, man. You see SMU picking up everybody, huh?
I saw that. Everyone's going to ask him. Well, Rhett Lashley, I mean, he basically,
Everybody he recruited, he grabbed.
yeah, why not?
Everybody.
I mean, I think Knighton. I mean, I think he could have had a role on the football team. I think fumbling the football several consecutively in crucial moments, yeah, it kind of gets old after a while. Let's be honest. I think he could have had a role on the offense. I think he can play at Power 5 football. I think Keyshawn Smith as well. But at the end of the day, if Mario doesn't want them back, so be it.
I agree. Like I told you, but them boys, though, I promise you, SMU finna look different.
Brandon,
When we get done with SMU, you gonna say, man, why they weren't playing like that at Miami? Watch.
different level of competition, maybe. We'll see. Different offense too.
What's the different level?
Of competition, SMU plays against Tulane, for example.
Tulane to beat Duke.
You're right. I mean, the ACC isn't the strongest, but Clemson is a good program. Florida State
Right.
had a good year. They had a good
Right.
year.
We got probably
UNC wasn't bad.
right. I'm gonna say we got 3 good teams because you can't put us in there. We got 3.
No, we're number 12 or 11.
Everybody else dog doodle. Like we got 3.
30 minutes in, the people want their wings, wings, wings. Let's give it to them.
Wings, wings, wings. The best chicken wings outside of the Orlando area off of 452 North Park Avenue, owned by Miami Hurricanes football legend himself, Brandon Merriweather. If you love chicken wings, you're going to love Wings, 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 owned by the man himself, NFL veteran, Brandon Merriweather. Got to check it out. Once again, Wings, Wings, Wings off of 452 North Park Avenue in Apopka, Florida.
You know what I'm glad to see, Brandon, in the comments section? You know
What's
what
up?
I'm glad to see? During this time last year with Manny, there would be, we're going 10-2, we're going 11-1. It's going to be a great year. A lot more people are being realistic with the program. And I think that's good. I think that's really good. I think to take baby steps is the way to go. I don't think it's going to be a complete 180. People keep comparing Kirby Smart, Nick Saban's first year. I think this is completely different. This is the University of Miami, and it's going to take baby steps. So I'm glad the comments section, from what I'm seeing, is they're being realistic for next year.
Well, I kind of like the high hopes. You know what I mean? Like put pressure on everybody. I like the high hopes, man. I want the high hopes. Like I don't want us going in and say, hey man, we're gonna be, 8-5. You know what I mean? I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like I want the high hopes. I want us to come in like, hey man, we're gonna be, 11-1. Like, yeah, that's what I want. Like I don't want the high hopes. The high hopes kind of like the high hopes kind of make you strive for something.
So we play Clemson, Texas A&M, and Florida State next year. Florida State's away.
Then we play Florida State away this year. Oh no,
No,
we played them
we
at
played
home.
them at home. Yeah, it's all good. I want to forget that game too.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't come down there.
James told me not to panic about this football team, and this was after the UNC loss. So James,
you telling
I
you
wish.
telling you telling James not to give you no more advice.
No, I'm just saying. I remember that. I remember that.
All right, but this is serious though. Texas A&M. I don't think Texas A&M gonna be what people think they are next year. I don't think so.
I think they'll be better at least.
I don't think so at all. At all. And we probably gonna play them early in the season. Like
Correct.
playing them early in the season, I think we got like us and Texas A&M ain't too far off. Like just being honest, like we ain't too far off. Like we could possibly win that game. You know what I mean? But Florida State still gonna have their big three players. You know what I mean? On the offense, Travis and all them. They still have all them, so they still gonna be tough. But I still see the thing with Florida State is like you never know what team you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like you might get the team who, lose to Georgia Tech, but then beat us. You know what I mean? Like it you never know. So that's why if we could score points, I like us against anybody.
And we're playing Miami, Ohio.
I know, first game of the season, right?
So that'll be interesting.
At least we know Miami gonna win.
Yeah. I'll say this going into that game though. After the Middle Tennessee State game, I'm going in with like, hey, this could be a close game, or I don't really have expectations on that game.
That was last year, bruh.
I don't know what to expect with this team, especially if Gaddis is our offensive coordinator. I really don't.
Bro, that was last year. That was last year. Listen,
I still feel it.
This one thing I can say. Cristobal can't go 5-6 2 years in a row.
Well, he's gonna have to fire a lot of people then. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. I mean, the whole staff basically.
Like, what was our defense ranked this year?
Man, it couldn't have been. I don't think it was top 50. It couldn't have been. We gave up. There were 5 games, I believe, that were over. Like, we gave up over 40 points.
5 games over 40 points.
It was 5 games of over 40.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah, I promise you.
We had Florida State.
It was 40-10. So 40.
Florida State, Clemson,
Duke.
Duke had. Oh yeah, Duke.
So that's 3. So those are 3 losses.
Oh, Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee State's 4.
That's 4.
And then
that's it.
I don't remember the UNC game.
Nah, UNC was 28 to 24 or something like that.
4. There were 4 games.
But everybody scored over 30 except one. It's all right. Except 2, I mean.
So probably, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the strongest year defensively.
Oh, they say we were 60.
Pittsburgh, 5.
Oh, yeah. They had one player score 28 points by itself.
Oh, man.
So they say we were 66 ranked in defense.
Yeah, probably. I mean.
But a lot of that comes with the offense not being able to move the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like regardless of how good your defense is, like you still.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is what it is, but I get it.
Color Miami Kane, thank you so much. $2 donation. 5-7 this year, 7-5 next year. Then the big jump to 10-2 without Josh Gaddis. All right, we'll see what happens. I think we can go 8-4. I think we can push it. I think 8-4 can be fair. As
I got to see the schedule before I start, because I still think Virginia Tech gonna be dog doodle, so we'll beat both of them. I sign it for you, man. Whenever I see you, whenever I get it, I sign it for you. Virginia Tech both gonna be dog doodle. You can't bet. You won't bet that Duke will beat us 2 years in a row. Uh,
I think
so
Duke's a good team.
I don't think they'll beat us again.
I think we can.
And we better not lose to Duke
All right.
again. Nah.
What about UNC? They have a new offensive coordinator coming in, but
UNC gonna give us problems. They always give us problems. We'll beat Boston College.
oof.
Who else? Georgia Tech will beat, even though they got new coaching staff coming in.
Clemson will beat us.
Right.
Florida State's going to be a tough game.
Florida State don't lose nobody either.
They're coming back.
Everybody.
I would predict if we're playing away, I think Florida State has the edge on paper.
Florida State whole team coming back though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think they have the edge, especially a home game against.
I think they losing two players. That's it. One offensive lineman, one defensive lineman.
Yeah.
But the thing with Florida State is though, if our D line work cooking, then I'm not worried about them because they offensive line is always suspect.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about them.
Brandon, over 180 people tuning in. The people love Brandon Merriweather. Anything you want to give them, say to them, reminisce on your old times as a Miami Hurricane. We're in the number 19.
Listen, first off, I want to start off by saying I love y'all too. You know what I'm talking about? I love y'all, and I hope that everything I say is straight from the heart and honest. And I mean, I don't say it if I don't believe it. But these Canes, I'm going to ride with them, right or wrong, thick or thin. You know what I mean? When I said I do, I really meant every word that came along with them vowels. I do, and I believe in them, and I will always believe in them. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of my little homie Cam Kitchen. You know what I mean? I'm proud of him. My dog, I told y'all off rip, we had 3 first rounders in the secondary. One of them showed up so far, you know what I mean? And Williams, he was playing with a messed up shoulder the whole season, so you know what I mean? You can't sleep on him either. But, as good as Cam played, you know what I mean? We still got some things that we got to fix in the secondary. You know what I mean? And I hope that when all this said and done, we there and we get this thing going the right way.
Gotta love it, man. Brandon, congratulations tomorrow. It's a really big day for you. So I know everyone watching now, we're all really we'll be praying everything goes smoothly, obviously, and it's
Me too.
Be a great day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a blessed day.
I introduce y'all to him next week. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There you go. We're gonna hold you to it, and you can announce it as a new commitment for the university.
Absolutely. He already got a full ride scholarship on the way. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a boy. It's gonna be a boy, right?
Yeah, it's a boy. It's a boy.
Good.
I ain't having no more girls. I had the first 2 was girls. I ain't having no more of them. Oh, man. All right, my boy.
Appreciate
everything.
All right. Let's leave him off with some Clary Gen Z. See you guys.
Tired of the anxiety, crashes, and jitters while taking Adderall? Then you got to try Clary Gen Z. It is the new, safest, all-natural formula to increase, maintain, and restore energy levels on demand within just 30 minutes. You're going to be able to protect against memory decline, reduce overwhelming anxiety, boost energy levels without crashing, and elevate mood and drive. It is 100% vegan, organic. It has been seen on NBC News, Fox Business, USA Today, Clary Gen Z. It's the right alternative to focus at work, school, and in life. You got to try it. The link is in the description below. Got to try out Clary Gen Z.